No, how's everyone doing? Everyone have a good little. Do you guys like? Is it just Panthers, or do you guys? Is there like anyone do like other sports or other like teams?
College basketball.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, was it like an off season? Do you guys get like a break, or y'all just
I was
like?
on through the final.
That's a great question.
Not
Yeah, like, cause we don't. You guys still have to do stuff, even though you don't like interview us. Like,
Do you have any questions?
It's not voluntary.
Yeah, this is the floor's yours.
we could easily flip this. I would prefer, honestly.
This is mandatory for us.
Energy.
Yeah.
Your hair's gotten longer.
Yeah, I guess so. I honestly, I probably should do something about it. But
I remember Andy Dalton was giving you the hair tips last season. Did you miss those?
no, not at all. Not at all.
Bryce, Dave talked about no double coaching. So every single voice in your ear is going to be saying the same thing and how important that is. In this kind of reset, learn new offense, how important is that unity?
Yeah, that's super important. For me, definitely just learning the system, to continue to learn, develop, and taking ownership and everything. That's huge, just to have one consistent voice. And for us as offense, obviously this is new for everyone. And so that, us being on the same page, us being able to ask anyone a question and there be everyone have the answer and have the same vision, that's going to be huge for our development as offense.
When Dave was hired, how much tape of the Bucks did you watch? And like, when you guys had that first conversation, how familiar were you with him and his play calling style?
Yeah, watched a lot. Obviously, same division, so we played the same opponents. So watched them pretty much every week, and I was really excited. And just from watching tape, you feel like you kind of know a little bit about offense, and I was honestly really excited to hear the specifics, because sometimes you see stuff on tape like, that's cool, that worked. Like, I wonder what they told him. I wonder what the thought process was, and then. Already now, even seeing some plays on tape, I was like, I remember that play. That makes sense now. How this happened, how it played out. So, I'm excited, and then being able to talk to him, it's been great working with him, continuing to build this relationship. So I'm super excited.
Bryce, they spent a lot of money on the offensive line, particularly the two guard spots, and then they trade for Deontay. What is your thoughts on the additions they made here?
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's just great to get some new faces in here. Just being able to be around those guys, and they're all hungry, great players, guys that obviously are going to contribute. So it's great just for us to have. There's a lot of newness here, a lot of just new ideas, new energy, new people. So right now the mission is just for all of that to come together, us to be on the same page, and then focus that so that we can turn to winning football.
In hindsight, how much did not having great inside protection last year impact your rookie season?
Honestly, it hasn't really been. Right now, it hasn't been much of a thought about last year. Last year is what it is. There's learning, there's growing, and we've talked about it. But right now, we're focused on the future. So it's all about learning the offense, learning the people around us, getting these reps out on the field, getting the chemistry down. So really right now, all we're doing is focusing on this year.
One thing that sticks out about Dave is his energy. What were your early impressions of him? Yeah, just that energy. Just from the first phone call all the way till now, you can tell he just has that energy, that excitement. He just brings just brings juice every day, and just that rubs off not just on the offense, on the whole team, and really on the whole building. Everyone just being in here working, there's a different juice, different vibe, and we all kind of have that excitement to be here and to want to be better, want to accomplish our goals. So it's super exciting.
What strikes you first? Sorry, David. What strikes you most about Deontay Johnson?
I think really just his competitiveness. It shows even now. We're from in phase one, little stuff. He's a perfectionist. Every time, from routes on airs to routes on air to just getting little stuff after. Wanting to get things right. If my throw's a little behind, if the route's a little off, whatever it is, getting the timing right. And as a quarterback, that's super. That's super encouraging to see. Someone who cares and is dedicated. Obviously, you can tell has put a tremendous amount of work in throughout his life to be where he's at now. So just that competitiveness, that nature to strive for perfection. And when it's showing now this early, that was definitely one of the first things that struck my attention.
Dave last he talked about everybody being on the same page and getting communication down. You had so many different voices in your head last year. How big has that been, kind of getting everybody on the same page?
Yeah, it's just huge for us to be united as offense. Us to continue to take ownership as a team, as a unit. Build our identity. And again, we have a great coaching staff. Everyone's aligned. Everyone sees things the same way. They coach together, and just having that one message is something that's going to be really big. So now, as players, we have the foundation. We have the coaches that we trust in the system. So it's on us to take ownership, continue to learn and grow in it, and keep developing.
Bryce, I know that last season was pretty tough, and the offseason you have did the Panthers choose the right quarterback, these redrafts and things like that. How did you keep the noise out preparing to come in for your second season?
Yeah, for me, I've always kind of just tried to run my own race and focus on controlling what I can control. That's through ups and downs and whatever it is. What people say or public perception, that's always going to be a thing, no matter, again, good, bad, indifferent, whatever it is. And it's out of my control. So, this offseason, just want to focus on being better, growing, improving, doing everything I can to be at my best now and then be at my best during the season. I think we all have that mindset. And again, that's the stuff I can control. So that's really all I focus on.
Bryce, Dave said they've been very intentional about wanting you to know that you are one of 11, and this isn't all on you. Were there any times last year where you kind of felt the weight of being the number one pick? And is it nice to have this approach they're taking?
Yeah, I think, again, we're just really focused on this year and, focused on what the staff is saying, what they bring in. I think that's huge, just, again, trying to do everything I can to do my part and to take care of me. Obviously, as a quarterback, there's more on my plate, and, that's something that I embrace. Being a leader and taking ownership is something that, just comes with it, and, I accept that. But also knowing that, again, especially now, I'm still in the process of learning, just like we all are, still getting more and more comfortable with the system and everything. So, being able to focus on that, again, the other stuff, of course, is going to happen. It's natural, but being able to focus on that and lean with my teammates, lean with the coaches on that it's a great starting point.
Bryce, what things have you really worked on this off-season to improve your game individually, whether it be away from the stadium or here? What things are you working on that have you worked on this off-season?
Yeah, obviously with the new system, new coaching staff, taking ownership and really making sure that I'm studying the stuff that we have is something that's been big. Whenever I'm, when you're able to understand stuff and it be second nature, and you eliminate you have all that stuff, your stuff down, which is just my job to do with studying and getting stuff done. That's obviously been a big focus. And then just listening to what the coaches are saying as far as, getting new concepts, trying to work new timing and align with the same stuff that they're saying, from footwork to reads to all that. So, taking their leadership, taking their guidance, and then just been an emphasis on working on that and getting as many reps that I could away from here, and then obviously now that we're here with the guys.
Bryce, last year around this time, you were getting ready to get your name called and you were going through the pre-draft process. I was just curious, now with the next year of guys, has anybody reached out to you for advice, or have you been kind of, sharing your experience with them and what to expect as they head into kind of this phase of their career? Yeah,
there's definitely been some guys that that I've worked out with, and we've been at the same places, and guys I've known for a while they're in the draft now, and I've definitely sat down and had conversations with them, and I'm just super excited for I have a lot of teammates I play with, a lot of quarterbacks I've known for a while, a lot of players I've known for a while. It's a blessing. It's a super exciting time. Remember again being here last year and just the excitement and how ready I was to be on a team. So I'm just super happy for him. Definitely going to be definitely excited. I'm going to be tuned in and watching. So I think it's just a great opportunity. So I'm excited for them.
What's the one piece of advice you wish someone would give you before the pre-draft process?
I wouldn't say wish someone to give. I think the one piece of advice that actually I did get that I thought was really beneficial was just to do everything I can to make sure that I establish myself first as far as leading, especially with just the position I was in, making sure that I was able to prove it to guys with how I carried myself and how I led and how I conducted myself before. Just coming in and, again, naturally you're a quarterback and getting picked high, you lead, but before just going in trying to, yell at a bunch of guys that you don't know and you have a rapport with, making sure that you're doing all the little things and making sure that you're holding yourself accountable before you hold others accountable was a piece of advice that I got that, I think was really helpful.
You're talking about like during your visits during the pre-draft?
That was kind of for obviously once we got drafted. But yeah, heard that from someone that was in the league. So that was something that was really helpful.
Bryce, you got hit a lot last season. In looking at the film, do you feel like any of your fundamentals started to change, like as you started to anticipate the hits throughout the season?
No, I wouldn't say so. Again, that's part of it, and it's all a process. Again, obviously, last year was last year, and we're moving forward. But again, that's part of it. Every quarterback's going to get hit. Every quarterback, that's part of the position. And again, right now we're just focused on it's day one, being out there, getting all the base stuff down, laying the foundation, and then there's going to be times that obviously I get hit this year, so that's part of it. But yeah, that's really just the approach.
Bryce, challenges make you better. What challenges are you facing right now this season, whether they're self-imposed or just having a new coach?
I think, just in this league, obviously it's a tough league, it's a difficult league. There's a lot of things, you got to account for. It's definitely challenging, but, it's something that kind of coaches talk to us about is, looking at things as opportunities. And, for me individually, us as a team, I feel like we have the opportunity to go out and bounce back, go out and, put on tape who we want to be, go out and have some new guys, have new energy, new juice, and, kind of prove to everyone, prove to ourselves, and do the work to try to play winning football. And, yeah, it's definitely going to be challenges. It's going to take consistency. It's going to take buy-in. It's going to take everyone, to give that 1% more. But I think we'll all grow from doing that, and that's a challenge that we've talked about as a team, and we're gonna continue to stay with. So I think that's really kind of the, it'll be challenging, but I think it's really an opportunity for me and for everyone.
There was a video of you getting a run in at the Dow basketball run. How did that go? Have you had any good runs since then?
I don't know. I don't know if I can confirm nor deny anything. I played professional football, so that's really what all the focus is. So I've watched basketball before. I've heard of it. It's like the ball is the one with the orange ball, right? Yeah, it's that one. So it seems cool. It seems fun. But I play football, so kind of like that.
Bryce, last year, Austin Corbett wasn't able to take part in the offseason program. He was playing guard. Now he's playing center. He can play now. What's the communication been like between the two of you, and how is it kind of maybe different than, kind of getting used to him eventually playing guard now that he's your center?
Yeah, it's awesome having him out here, having him on the field, having him through this whole process, and it's really exciting. Obviously was able only played limited games last year, but if you were to be around here throughout the week and didn't know the injury report, you'd have no idea just by how engaged he was, how much he was having conversations throughout times he was ruled out, and even after when he was done for the year, still every protection meeting he's still talking as much as anyone. I'm still super engaged. We still have conversations then. So honestly, I think it's a great opportunity. It's super exciting for him to be there. Super smart, obviously knows everything that's going on. Is doing the same thing of taking ownership and learning all the schemes. And just having him out here kind of, up front, being a leader. He's played a lot of ball, having a lot of snaps. So I think it's going to be really beneficial for us.
Dave talked.
We'll go Chris and we'll go Dave.
Now you talked about the timing of your throws. I know it's only day one, but did you get a chance to go through that today, and could you feel the difference in the time that he's wanting you to have?
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely been a big point of emphasis. And it's going to take reps, but that's again already something we've emphasized. The times we've been able to, we've been able to get together on our own. That's still been a point of emphasis. So it's definitely going to come with reps, but even now you can feel it growing. A lot of stuff feels really good, feels natural. You can see marriage and see things tying up. So it's really exciting.
Dave mentioned his conversation with all players about their self-awareness, trying to find out what that is. And with you, he mentioned during the draft process last year, I guess when you were at the combine, and a conversation and something you said that made him realize your self-awareness. What do you remember about that?
We talked about that, and I remember during the combine last year when he was in Tampa, he'd asked me a question about an adjustment that I made later on, and it's like towards the end of my last year in college, and it stuck with me because I was the most attentive question that I got throughout the whole. It was a very specific it was something mechanical, but it was something that change that I made that I realized throughout the year. And I was it was something really cool because I was yeah, I actually did. I had a meaning behind it, I had a purpose of why I changed this. I felt like I was getting, and we had a conversation about it. And it was just really a cool moment, and also it just goes to show the attention to detail that he has. And that was, last year with, they were in a different situation, and I kind of just, he was just kind of just doing that research to do it at the time, and he still had that attention to detail. Which meant a lot, and obviously it makes a lot of sense being able to work with him now. It's how how detail oriented he is, how much of things tying together and all that. So again, it's just another thing that makes me even more excited.
All right, thanks, Bryce.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Bryce.